Hey, today's reflection question I am exploring is, what do you think is standing between you and the kind of connections that you crave? What do you think is standing between you and the kind of connections that you crave? Before I get a little bit into that, let me just tell you what's going on. This month, the month of April, I am featuring a reflection question every day in tandem with a few seminars that I'm planning. There's 4 through the month of April that I'd love for you to be a part of. This is a seminar for you if you are finding it challenging to make deep and meaningful friendships, especially as an adult. It's something that I've enjoyed in rich measure in my personal life, and after having a conversation with some of my Uber riders, I thought I need to make something like this more accessible, hence these daily reflections that I would love for you to join me on, and also this seminar that I'm leading. The title of the seminar that is found on eventbrite.com is We Were Never Taught This, Adult Friendships 101. And I would love for you to join this 4-part seminar, 1 per week. It'll be on Thursday from 5 to 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. There is limited space, so reserve your spot as soon as you're able. There is a deal going on, 20% off of this seminar if you register before the 1st, which is tomorrow, I believe, the 1st at noon. So register soon for that 20% deal. I also do have a deal for 2 for 1. There's only a few of those available, so if you want to do this with your partner or with someone that you want to go through this with, there's accommodations for you there as well. Again, the title of that seminar is We Were Never Taught This, Adult Friendships 101, how you can learn the tools to make deep and meaningful friendships even though you're in a busy adult season. But today's reflection question again is, what is standing between you and the kind of connections you crave? Now, we're going to take a few grounding breaths in just a moment, because this question, it reaches beneath the surface, and it may bring up emotions such as grief, shame, perhaps longing. So give yourself permission to go slow through this. We're not looking for the right answers. We're just looking for honest answers. You don't have to share or show your answers. This is just between you and the kind of connections you're hoping to experience at some point. And even as we go through this, may I remind you, be kind to yourself as you explore some of the things that we're going to be talking about, because longing for connection is not a weakness. Longing for connection is not a weakness. It's just part of being human. It's a beautiful thing. Let's take a couple of grounding breaths. One more. Okay, let's begin. Just a couple of warm-up questions here. What does deep connection for you look like? What does deep connection for you look like? Feel free to write these down on a notepad if you have one beside you. Pause the video as often as you like. And how do you want to feel in your ideal friendships or relationships? How do you want to feel in your ideal relationships or friendships? And by contrast, what do you currently experience instead in your connections? And the question we're diving deep on this morning, today, whenever you're listening to this, is what do you think is standing between you and the kind of connections you crave? What is standing between you and the kind of connections you crave? As you consider this question, what fears are coming up for you when you think about getting close to someone? What are some of the fears that are coming up when you think about getting close to someone? Have past rejections or betrayals made you more guarded in life? Have past betrayals and rejections made you more guarded? Do you believe you're worthy of being truly known and loved? Do you believe that you are worthy of truly being loved and known? What do you do consciously or unconsciously to protect yourself from being hurt? What patterns have you developed to protect yourself from being hurt? Are there masks that you wear to avoid vulnerability? Are there masks that you wear to avoid vulnerability? What would it mean to let those down, even a little, those masks? What would it look like? What would it mean to let down these masks that you wear to avoid vulnerability, even for just a little bit? Are your current lifestyle habits or environments supportive for connection? Are your current lifestyle habits or environments supportive for connection? Do you tend to stay busy as a way of avoiding intimacy? Do you tend to stay busy as a way of avoiding intimacy? Are you physically or emotionally isolated in the ways you've normalized? Are you physically or emotionally isolated in ways you've normalized? And finally, because stories are super powerful in the way they impact us, what beliefs do you carry about yourself and friendship? Like, do you think thoughts like, people always leave me, I have to earn my love, or maybe I'm too much? Where did these beliefs come from? And are these beliefs like, people always leave me, that you have to earn love, are they true or are they just familiar? Now, if you're unsure how to answer the main question about the deep desire for connection, maybe try these questions. What do you wish was different in your current connections? What do you do to avoid scenarios where closeness is an option? And what would it be like to let someone see more of the real you? Now, as you've thought through these questions here, bring some tenderness to whatever has surfaced up in your reflections. You don't need to fix anything today. Just become aware of those barriers is an amazing first step to helping dissolve them. Ask yourself, am I willing to be curious about these things? And what small act can you take towards more connection? Share them with someone you trust. I appreciate you going through this reflection. You're not too hard to love. Connection is possible.